I've often been asked what leads to maturity in children. What makes a child independent? Grab your seat and listen to me this time. Children are naturally independent when they grow in an atmosphere where they feel safe and secure and get support from you. Either you're a parent or you're a teacher, you must never joke with these 3 S. Permit me when I call it the 3 S: safety, security, and support. Let me make you understand. Withholding support from a child will make them more dependent on you. Every time they want to do their homework, every time they want to do house chores, every time you give them classwork, and you have to go the conventional way of sitting at your desk at a teacher, waiting for the child to finish all the exercises. And even if the child gets confused in number 4, he does not have the confidence to walk up to you and provide support. Why? Because we think that providing support during the classwork exercise or even during examination means cheating. And no. You see, the children that are forced to sink or swim don't really learn how to swim. The children that are given chance or support system that are allowed to, while in the process, an immediate and timely intervention in the face of mistake helps the child's independence and it helps the child's maturity. There is no point withholding support from a child if maturity is the goal or independence is the goal. A lot of people come from the school of thought that feels that the only way to make a child independent is when you don't give them any form of assistance, when you are pushing them into things and they do it all by themselves. Let them make mistake, as people say. But let me make you understand that independence and maturity in children is a function of skill developed. It is not a function of the time the child is trying to figure things out. In fact, most of the children that are left to figure things out themselves really grow up to develop a level of mistrust or lack of trust in the instructor or even in the parent. So as parents and educators or instructors, it is very important for you to pay attention to the support that you are giving to the child, to the safe space that you are creating for them to grow and explore. Because the maturity of a child is in exploration and is in growth. Exploration means that while the child is trying to try, the confidence to try is given to them, not when the child has failed woefully, and then you look at the failure or you look at the results, and the next thing you tell a child, I'm disappointed. That reduces the esteem of the child, and it even gives the child the reason why he should not try again. Unfortunately, independence and maturity, they are all achieved in the face of having the confidence to try and try again. But what helps a child to try and try again, if you ask me? It is by ensuring that you provide a support system through investing in quality relationship, creating a safe space for the child to make mistake without judging the child, without feeling that, oh, you just wasted my time. Or why are you doing this? Why this? Why that? All these things don't matter. Because the real goal is to achieve maturity. If the goal is to achieve independence and maturity, you are going to get to the point where you create a safe space for the child to explore. What of growth? Growth is a function of the skill developed or skill acquired. You must understand that skills are based on practices and also they are based on activities. They are not necessarily based on the information that you pass. There are so many children that are loads of information. They have so many information that is being passed to them. And because of that, I can tell you that they are, technically speaking, they are just a shadow of themselves. You have to come to terms with yourself as an instructor, as a teacher, as an educator, as a parent, to allow and to enhance your child to be able to grow. Wait, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Wale Adejuyiwe. I'm often called Coach Wale. I'm a school management consultant, teacher trainer, child psychologist, amidst so many things that I do in the education space. In this, my channel, I'm going to be speaking to parents, I'm going to be speaking to teachers, school leaders, and even children to help you to be able to see to the total development of the children who are the future of now, to be able to get this information and to enjoy the beautiful episodes that I have for you on this channel. Please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification button so that you can be informed every time I drop my episode on this channel. Thank you for doing that. And I have juicy works for you on this platform. Thank you. Because your attention must not be on their age, and it must be on their skill. When we talk about growth, we are not talking about the stage of development. We are talking about the state of development. This is very critical and important, because if your focus is only on the stage, which is a function of the physical development and the age of the child, you are going to switch to what I call the assumption zone, and you are going to leave the question zone. Because a child is 14 or the child has big size, doesn't mean you should assume that there are things that the child will have mastered. There are so many parents and there are so many teachers that are caught in this web. The speed of the size, the time to acquire a particular body size, does not negate the importance of skill acquisition in children. Concentration is a skill. Confidence is a skill. Coordination, organization is a skill. And there is no time to begin this skill. The time you start is the time it takes for the child to master the skill. Many times I ask people, parents, especially when they come to me for coaching, and teachers, when I am in teachers training, I ask them this question. I said, if you start learning piano right now, what time will you master it? Oh, it depends on the intensity of time and the consistency of practice. Oh yes, intensity of time and the consistency of practice. Intensity of time does not necessarily guarantee that you will master it. You can spend 12 hours at a stretch, and the next 2 weeks you are going to go back. You won't master it. But when you are consistent, you master playing the skill. That's how skill is achieved. That's how we acquire skill. But a lot of times, when you see the size of a child, when you see the age, when you are given the age of a child, you just naturally assume that the child is okay and he should have mastered certain things. If you don't know how a child's background or how a child developed, it is not proper for you to assume for a child and see the child displaying lack of skill. And the next thing, the only thing you can do at that point is to abuse the child or is to look down on the child. That will reduce the esteem of the child. The child will not focus on what he cannot do. The child will focus on the abuse. It makes them not trust you. And it makes them most time give up on what they could have tried. And this will elongate or delay the time to independence and time to maturity. I want you to understand as parents, and as teachers or educators, I want you to understand that it's very critical to pay attention to creating safe and secure space for the children to be able to master and to get to maturity. And you have to provide support. These three things can be achieved when you understand it, as I'm bringing it to you right now, and then when you critically sit to help the child. No matter the amount and the level and time of mistake that the child go through, don't, and I say it again, don't judge a child, don't assume for the child. Make sure that you create a safe space, make sure that you create secure space, and make sure you provide support for the child. When you intensify the time or the activity and you are consistent with the practice, the child will mature and the child will be independent. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I believe you have learned from this my episode. If you have not subscribed, I would like you to do that and click on the notification button. Also, I would like you to share this with other people that you believe that they can learn also from this, so that we can together have and enjoy the episodes as it come in a consequent and subsequent manner. Thank you very much for always, and I would like to see you in another episode.